The online forums that discuss Airbnb on the host side often speak of the anomalies and sudden changes in the listing experienced by the hosts. Sudden plummeting in the number of bookings, decreased sales, sudden changes in the details of the listing, you name it. Without taking any sides, nor attacking or defending Airbnb, I wish to tell you the following. You are likely to have chosen this exact situation through consent and not reading what is entailed in the change, no matter what it is pertaining to Airbnb, no matter which organization, business, or community. I'm going to share a personal story to explain this deeper. Thank you for watching this video, and let's go straight into it. A year ago, after 6 years of hosting an Airbnb, I was invited to an experimental program called Superhost Ambassador Program. The program meant that the most prominent Airbnb hosts, myself included, would be given extra features. There was a financial reward for each of these new hosts, referred to as mentees in this context. Since the beginning of the Superhost Ambassador Program to this very day, numerous changes took place. Reduction of the financial incentive, adding and removing functions and access to host listing, conditions that needed to be met to be rewarded financially, etc. Two things held true. 1. If you're not comfortable, you're free to leave whenever you want. And 2. Things are the way you are, the way they are, and you are simply updated on the changes. And that is the reality. The changes that you may or may not have impacted. Now, there is no deeper existential interpretation of this. What you need to understand is the following. You are here to do your best and stand out in your own way. Empires will rise and fall, and that still means that you need to show up for yourself and respect yourself throughout this process, which is both dependent and independent of you. What I could easily have done in my case is complain. I need more money, we're not paid enough, I'm dissatisfied. However, none of these things bring about substantial change and functional improvement. What brings about this change, or any change in your life, is what you do. I will tell you what I did. I decided to improve my own work, help educate new Airbnb hosts, and empower them to, rather than being dependent on Airbnb, build their own source of income, their own ground and streams of income. And here we are, me filming this video and you watching it. All this is an indirect result of having decided to improve rather than be defeated. It is not easy at first, but everything is a matter of practice and consistency, paired with loyalty, first of all towards oneself, and then one's values. The most beautiful thing about this is that anyone can do it, but not anyone can decide to do it. The trick, very simple trick, is to not give in to the constant pressure. Updates, changes, traps disguised as improvements. And you can very well tell what these in fact are. The secret of any kind of success is primarily the relationship you have with yourself, which is something you have probably heard many times. And it is true. And it pertains to how much you respect yourself, how you speak to yourself, how you think of yourself, the thoughts you have in your head. For example, if you're used to negative feedback, be it your friends, peers, or colleagues, then your response to your circumstances might be something like this. I knew this would happen. I should have done this sooner. I'm so dumb. Do you understand why I'm telling you this? I'll keep going. Imagine a situation for your business where you communicate with all your associates in the following manner. I appreciate and value your time and feedback. It is my fault for not providing what was expected of me. Please let me fix that for you. Or, it is rather unfortunate that things turn out this way. And I can see my fault in it, and my role in this. How can we together move on from here so that we both feel good and find a solution that fits both? You can clearly see the difference between these two and how you feel about these two. And although this might seem like something vague, superficial, and insignificant, it is demonstrative of your character inner harmony, manifested externally as success, grace, good posture, manner of speaking, and confidence. It is up to you and only you to discover how you are when the conditions for your empowerment are met. And then you will be able to feel empowered even when those conditions are not met, even when the external circumstances do not favor you, as they did not favor me when I received the news, the bad news. Your actions that follow a negative situation dictate and heavily influence the course of your life from that point onward. Many hosts on Airbnb and any other platform project their entitlement and ego in the form of assurance that the service they are providing is of good quality. It's a common mistake. I myself learned this the hard way, when hosting and also in every other aspect of my life. When guests came and left a bad review for me, instead of retaliating, which by the way Airbnb no longer allows, I asked why I received such review. I would often learn that one of the two things happened. First, the guest was emotional and did not communicate, thus leaving a bad review instead of communicating to fix the issue on the spot. This happens often. And number two, the reason for the low rating was justified. Hair in the bathroom, dust on the nightstand, and many more examples of this. Sometimes, the most difficult thing to admit is being wrong. And that is the hallmark of success in any field, and ultimately of any progress. The acknowledgement of what is allows for changing of what is to something better, deep yet applicable to anything. Now, allow me to take you back to the time where you're always faced with a choice that might dictate your life and your outcomes. If you decide to be the type of person that communicates respectfully, orderly, and in an organized way, the chances of you attracting that type of clientele and guests is significantly higher. It doesn't guarantee it. And be mindful of the one mistake everyone makes, and that is the trap of entitlement. Thinking that you, since you are now improved, deserve all that you think should come your way. That is usually not the case. And even when it happens, you won't know it. It will come naturally. People will flock to you naturally. Good people. What my warm advice to you is to focus on being the best you can be in what you do and being yourself. All the hosts on Airbnb who ever complained about bad reviews on Airbnb had one thing in common. Their communication skills were subpar and they lacked basic respect. And that was felt by everyone, and that means it is felt by guests too. You only have one chance to leave a first impression, so make best use of it. Start your communication with your guests head on with kindness and respect. Even if it does not get reciprocated, you are doing this to maintain the peace within, manifested as abundance and peace without, and respecting of your own boundaries. Treat yourself and everyone else kindly, and as you yourself would like to be treated, and you will be fascinated by the results. If you need any help or support in learning how to communicate assertively and respectfully as to increase the chances of a positive outcome, kindly reach out via my website and I will gladly help you. Since we have reached the end of the video, I want to thank you for your attention and time. Please like and subscribe so that this content can reach its intended audience faster and so that the algorithm can do its job. If you are interested in registering with Airbnb, you can do so via the following link. If you do so, if you register via this link, you will get my free support all the way. The course on Airbnb hosting will be out soon, so stay tuned. Make sure to check out other videos as well. Hit me up with suggestions and feedback as they are always welcome. Thank you. Bye.